Do your kids want to play on electronic devices all day? Think it's all a big waste of time? Think again. Today we're talking to Eric Klopfer, director of the MIT Teacher Education Program and dad, about how to use technology to benefit our children as we discuss. Can computer games help your kids learn? Cooper, my son, could sit and look at any screen. Doesn't matter, phone, TV, tablet, computer, all the time. I can't get him off it.
Yeah, I think a lot of parents have that concern of when they see their kids in front of games, they just assume this is wasted time and they should be doing something else instead. But that isn't to say that all the time spent looking at the screen is wasted. So
I'm definitely all about technology. Jen knows this. Even when we met in the Mommy and Me class and our kids were 2, I let them be on the computer, let them do whatever they can do. It's antiquated to think your children don't need to know about the computer and, can't get real benefits out of this. I mean, my one daughter, India, she was having a harder time with reading, and I got her a tablet that helped her with her reading.
Rufus heard locks click.
So if there were words she didn't know, the tablet told her instead of her having to ask me all the time, which is a little annoying, kids constantly asking you questions.
So the tablet is now her mother?
Listen, in some cases, why not?
I think it may not be their mothers all the time, but the tablet, I think, is a really great device for kids. I don't think it's essential to have your 2 or 3-year-old on the computer. But
I was a little premature on that.
Yeah.
But no, I don't.
A little anxious out of the gate.
Yeah, I also didn't say it was bad either.
How much screen time should they get? Because that is such an issue. My kids are always yelling at you, Mommy, Indy and Soraya get to watch that, or they get to play. And I'm like, well, you don't live in that house.
I tried to divide up the screen time, and I'm not very good at this, but I do try to at least let them know what the expectations are.
The hardest part I have with it is there's just so many different things my kids do. So they may do a homework report, then they may want to Skype with their cousin.
Yep.
Which they may be on that for another half hour.
That's different, though.
No, but it isn't,
Well,
it isn't.
everything can always be different.
They want to play Barbies.com.
Try to set hard limits on TV screen time, because I feel like that's the most passive. When my kids are sitting there, they're kind of their eyes will be placed.
I know, the rolling eyes. You're like, hello. I have a policy during the week, there's nothing, and then Friday, Saturday, Sunday, they can each get an hour of screen time.
That's it?
Yeah.
Yeah, I think that's what do you think?
Well, what do you think?
I'm going to say what I think to that.
But part of it is what they're doing. If they're sitting there playing Angry Birds, what would you suggest?
I love Angry Birds.
Everybody, my husband loves Angry Birds.
Angry Birds is great. You chose a poor example there.
Okay, but what are you learning? Okay, but here's my question.
What do you learn on Angry Birds?
There are some elements of some physics that you can learn in there, trajectories and the way they go.
Wow, you just rationalize Angry Birds.
But it's more than that. It's more than that, though.
My point is I want them to think they're playing, but they're actually learning.
And I think particularly today, there's a whole phenomenon of interest-driven learning, where kids sort of pick a topic and become really experts at that topic. And in some ways, it doesn't matter what that topic is. It could be Legos, it could be dinosaurs, it could be
Barbies. In my case.
Yep,
really,
Lila too.
Anything. They're the experts, and
But
that's a
even
great
when my kids
phenomenon.
ask me something, I'm like, you know what? I don't know the answer. Go home and Google it. Let's Google it when we get home. And it's so empowering, I think, to know that this information is just at your fingertips all the time.
Well, you know what? Also, one thing that scares me to death is this computer. My kids, especially Cooper, who's just turned 9. He's so adept at this. What if he mistypes something?
Inappropriate.
Inappropriate.
Because they come home from school and they're like, so-and-so is on this one or so-and-so is on that one. Then I have to go look at it, make sure it's okay.
And sometimes it's not okay. And sometimes I say, sorry, your friend is allowed on that website, but you're not.
And then you do a note to self not to let your kid go to a play date at that house.
That's true.
Johnny's mom lets him on that website?
That's true.
How much screen time do you let your kids have?
Come visit us on Facebook and let us know. This episode is brought to you by VTEX InnoTab.